Hi guys, my name is Viviana and I have been living in Costa Rica on and off for the past 2 years. So I decided to make this channel just to share a few tips when traveling and also a few of my adventures. Costa Rica is a country of endless adventures. From misty cloud forests to sun-kissed beaches, this country truly has it all. So I have crafted what I think is the perfect packing list. I'm starting things off with one of the most important things and one of the things that I kept getting wrong whenever I used to visit Costa Rica before, and that is footwear. Surprisingly, a lot of people get this wrong. I know I have made this mistake various times when I've traveled to Costa Rica before, so don't feel like I'm calling you out. I've done this before as well. You might think all you need are sandals for the beach and sneakers for exploring, but let me tell you, even the small little hikes here, the small little trails, the walks here, they all get muddy. I can't tell you how many pair of sneakers I've not exactly damaged, but stained. Especially white sneakers, they will get dirty and they'll probably get stained. This is why I do not recommend any sneaker for any hike. The climate here is very humid. It rains randomly out of nowhere, even if it's for like 10 minutes, which makes things super muddy. So like if you have a favorite pair of sneakers, I wouldn't bring them to a hike. I mean, if you want to bring them to look cute, that's another thing. But for hiking, any trails, walks, just don't do it. I always recommend you either bring a very comfortable athletic shoe or a hiking boot, depending on the types of hikes that you're going to do. I definitely recommend something very comfortable, waterproof, and that you're not going to care if it gets dirty, because it will 8 out of 10 hike or walk will get dirty. Here in Costa Rica, the hikes, even like the easier hikes or walks, all those trails, they tend to have a lot of uneven terrain and rocks. This is why I always recommend something that's going to support your ankle, just to prevent any injury from happening. Trail runners are also a great option if you don't want to pack your hiking boots because you think they'll take up too much space or they're too heavy, too bulky. People also tend to bring their hiking sandals since they are lightweight. They let their toes breathe so your feet don't get too hot, and they're perfect for just taking a quick dip into the water. But I always suggest that you bring something closed toe for a few reasons. One of the main reasons is that a lot of the hikes will not let you into the hike or take the hike, whatever, unless you have a closed toe shoe. They are not going to take the risk of you getting bit by something, and also you risk getting an infection or ringworm or a parasite, nasty parasite, on your toes, and you do not want that. So in my opinion, hiking sandals are a no for those reasons. Even if it's a low risk, it's still a risk that I'm not willing to take. So I'm just putting that out there so you guys know. My personal favorite is the Columbia Newton Ridge waterproof boot, something like that. Women's Newton Ridge Plus waterproof amped hiking boot. That's a long name. That's my favorite. Those are the ones I always wear for any type of hike really now. Ever since I got them, easy, medium, or impossible hike, those are my go-to. They are waterproof. They are so comfortable. And I will link them down below, as well as some other options that have been suggested to me by friends or locals here. Another shoe that I highly suggest you bring, especially if you plan on taking a dip in the rivers or if you plan on tubing or rafting, is a water shoe. So for rafting, you actually have to have a water shoe, or you can rent it, and of course you can buy it here locally, but it's gonna be overpriced, just like almost everything here in Costa Rica. So that's why I highly suggest you just bring your own. A water shoe will be your best friend. I don't know if it's just me because I have small feet, but whenever I have to walk into the river and feel the rocks on my feet, it's literal torture. Like, it hurts so bad. I see other people walking around in the river, crossing the river, whatever, swimming like it's not a big deal, but for me it hurts so bad. This is why I'm always like, bring your water shoes, bring your water shoes. It's torture for me. I hate it. A water shoe is a must for me. I have also ruined so many pairs of shoes because if I forget my water shoes, I'm like, forget it. I'm walking into this river. I am swimming. I am doing everything in my shoes. So yes, for me, a water shoe is definitely a must. It's my best friend. I love it. It keeps my feet comfortable. Like I said, you can buy them here, but they're probably going to be more expensive. So that's why I always just add them to the list. And of course, you will need a casual pair of sandals or flip-flops. I tend to like sandals better because they're just more comfortable. And even if you're just gonna hang out at the beach, you are in a new place, so you do tend to walk around more, and I just feel like sandals are more comfortable. So those are my must suggestions to keep your toes and your feet comfortable and safe for your trip to Costa Rica. The next thing on my list that you should bring is a light pair of hiking pants. Any pair of lightweight summer hiking pants will do. I love the ones that you can like unzip and they'll turn into shorts, because sometimes, you know, you want to be protected from the sun and from the plants scraping against you when you're walking around in the forest. But then you get to that waterfall and it's like, oh, I have to go swimming. And it's kind of hard to go swimming in pants. So the ones that have the shorts, you just take them off and you can just dip right in, and I love it. Another thing to add to your list would be a lightweight towel or a microfiber towel. I know that hotels and Airbnbs do provide towels. They provide, you know, bath towels and beach towels, but I find that the towels that they give you in hotels, Airbnbs, are like just regular big beach towels. They're bulky. They're not easy to pack, especially if you're going on a hike. You're not going to want to carry a big bulky towel and also have to worry if it's going to get ruined. And trust me, if it does, you're going to be charged, and it's not going to be a fair price for a towel. It's just easier to have a lightweight towel that you can carry around, throw it in your bag for when you're going out on your adventures. Like I said, it does rain a lot here. It does rain randomly, and most adventures you will get wet. So you're definitely going to want to carry a towel around with you. The next thing I have on the list is a dry bag. I see these for sale in tourist spots, tourist hotspots all the time, which makes me think that people either are forgetting to pack them or don't think to pack them. But listen, guys, Costa Rica's climate loves to play with your feelings. There are days here when you wake up and you see the sun is shining, it is hot, it is burning, there is not a cloud in the sky. You're like, it's adventure day, let's go. Then 2 hours into your adventure, clouds just, and it starts pouring. It can pour from like 10 minutes to like 10 hours. Seriously, you never know. I don't even look at weather apps, weather maps here, because it's so unpredictable. I got tired of looking at it. Oh, it's not gonna rain. Lies. So it happened to me a few times before I learned to pack my dry bag just in case it rains. There are things you don't want to get wet, even if they can get wet, like an iPhone. I had the newest iPhone at the time, and it got wet and it still got ruined, and they wouldn't cover, the warranty wouldn't cover it for some reason. I'm not gonna get into it, but I can tell you, after that, I learned my lesson, and I always pack a dry bag so I have peace of mind wherever I'm going, that just in case if it starts raining and I have things like the cameras or phones or anything important, anything, piece of clothing that I just don't want to get wet, just throw it in there and we're okay. Plus, while you're here, I'm sure you're gonna want to go snorkeling, to waterfalls, hiking, to the beach, every single adventure Costa Rica has to offer. So I'm sure you're gonna want to have a dry bag just in case. It's just such a little thing that literally helps your peace of mind, because trust me, I've been in the situation where I see the rain coming and I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? And we don't want that, especially not on our trip. So definitely dry bag is a lifesaver. On the topic of waterproof, you're gonna want to pack a lightweight rain jacket or jacket. Like I said, expect the unexpected here with the rain, so that's always a good thing to have. I got mine, this jacket, I got this one 8 years ago from Forever 21. Any little lightweight, something that's easy to just, you know, fold up like this, throw it in the bag, have it there just in case. Nothing fancy. Like I said, I got mine from Forever 21 8 years ago. I'm sure you can find a lightweight rain jacket anywhere. It's just something to have to be prepared in case it rains. Like I said, it can rain here from like 5, 10, 15 minutes to 5, 10, 15 hours. So it's always good to have it, be prepared. Well, they do sell rain ponchos here everywhere, because they know. So those are available, but just if you're somebody that likes to be prepared, that's another good suggestion of something to bring just in case. So 2 very important things that you're gonna want to bring. Please listen to me. I don't know why people do not bring this when they come to Costa Rica, okay? That is sunscreen and bug spray. Guys, we are closer to the equator here, okay? The sun in Costa Rica is no joke, okay? I did not take it serious. I was one of those persons that was always like, oh, I don't get burned, I just get a really nice tan, I don't need sunscreen. Let me tell you, the Costa Rican sun humbled me so quick here. So when I tell you, you need a sunscreen, trust me, you need to bring a sunscreen. And yes, I know they sell sunscreen here, of course, but it is so expensive. It is overly priced. Most of the time, it's twice the price of sunscreen back in the States. Like, I'll get a sunscreen for like 20 bucks, the Sun Bum, which is my favorite because it's reef safe. Please make sure you get a reef safe sunscreen. But for example, right, those are like 19 bucks, 20 bucks, the bottle. And here, that's probably considered a luxury because the bottles are like $50. It's ridiculously, and that goes with every single sunscreen. Like, it's always double the price. Same with anything self-care, hygiene, like shampoo. Like, drugstore shampoos here are probably $14 to $16 a bottle for like Dove or Pantene. So yeah, bring your own sunscreen, otherwise you're going to be paying double what it's worth. And please, please, please make sure that if you're bringing sunscreen, it's reef safe sunscreen. Please, please, let's take care of the environment. I wear sunscreen every single day, at least on my face, even if I'm not leaving the house. That is 100% a must. It should be the first thing you pack. But now, let's talk about the bugs in Costa Rica. Costa Rica is one of the most biodiverse countries on the planet, or, according to Google, the most biodiverse country on the planet. Around 500,000 species live here, which is about 5% of the estimated species on Earth. Considering Costa Rica is only 0.03% of the planet's landmass, you can only imagine how many bugs there are here. So even though there might not be any bugs inside your hotel room or inside your house, as soon as you step your little toes outside, they're gonna be on you. So that is why I highly recommend you bring a strong bug spray, because the bugs here, oof, they are ruthless. Especially if you plan on going on any hikes, any night tours, waterfalls, even at the beach. I've been at the beach and it's mostly the mosquitoes. They're just non-stop, they're ruthless, but it is annoying. And I don't know if it's just my skin that I'm extra sensitive, but when I get bit by mosquitoes, I get like a big welt. So I'll have like big welts for hours, and then the next day they look like, I don't know, pimples or whatever. So that's why I'm like, get a bug spray. Trust me, it'll just make your trip a little more comfortable. I hate bug spray, honestly. It stinks. It burns my skin. I do not like it at all. But I do put up with bug spray because it's either bug spray or get bit by bugs and have welts all over my body. So now these last items that I'm going to mention are not really essential. They're just items that I like to mention because they have made my trip better, more comfortable, or they were just helpful. So one thing that I like to bring is bar shampoo, like the little bars of shampoos, because Airbnbs and hotels do provide shampoos and body wash and all those things, but I always feel like it dries out my skin or my hair so much. So I like to bring my own. Personally, I like the little bars of shampoos. I hate buying the little bottles of shampoos, or I try to avoid bringing anything liquid that can spill over in my bag, because we all know how the airport treats your bag. Another thing would be a shoe dryer. I actually did not know this product existed, but the climate here is very humid, so sometimes I'll take a little hike, a little trip, a little adventure, and my shoes will be damp or wet, and the next day there won't be sun, or I might get to my hotel or my house really late, and then my shoes get all musky, and you know, they have that smell, and there won't be sun for days. So I got this little shoe cleaner. You put it inside your shoes. A shoe cleaner, shoe dryer. You put it inside your shoes and it just dries them up. It's great. I wish I would have known about this invention sooner than I did, but that's definitely a plus. I love to have that on me. Another thing that I like to bring is one of those cooling bandanas, because of course, who doesn't want to be nice and cool during a hike? And also, if you're going on any ATV tours, usually up in Guanacaste, it's very hot. But they do have their dry season, so when you do take an ATV tour, you get dusty, super dusty. One time I had the goggles. I didn't bring my cooling scarf, cooling bandana, whatever. So I just had my goggles and my helmet, and then when I got off the trip, I had this. It was a mustache of dust, 8 dust. So you're definitely gonna want to bring a bandana if you're planning on doing those tours, but a cooling bandana just so it'll be an extra touch to keep you cool. Another thing that I love to bring on my little adventures here is a cooler, one of those portable coolers that you can just fold. I personally like the cooler backpacks because you can just put them on, take your hike. At the end of your hike, you have all your drinks, beer, whatever you want, and it's cool. You have your little snacks and it's cooled off, because if you bring it in a regular backpack or a bag, it's just gonna get hot. Even if the day is not hot, I don't know, the humidity here is insane. So I always like to bring either a little portable cooler or one of those cooler backpacks if we're taking more stuff. It is the best. It has made my little adventures so much better to just get to the top of the waterfall and sit down and have a beer. Yes, backpack cooler, portable cooler, definitely recommend if you love having a nice cool drink after a long hike to a beautiful waterfall or on top of the mountain. Sometimes it's the cherry on top with the view, just a nice beer. Another thing that I love to bring along on my trips is dry laundry soap, so I can just wash my clothes in the sink when I get to the house or hotel I'm staying at after a long hike or even a walk, because just walking here you get super sweaty. Your clothes get all damp and they get that musky damp smell. So I don't like to risk my clothes getting that smell, because sometimes the smell just stays and it won't go away. So I prefer to just throw it in the sink, wash it real quick, put it out to dry, just to avoid my clothes getting that weird smell. Just in case, I'm gonna mention it so you don't forget it. I do feel like everyone brings this anyways, but it's a portable charger. You never know when your battery is gonna die, and portable charger, I don't think I even need an explanation to why you need one. But yes, portable charger. Another thing that I feel you don't really need, because you have access to it here, is a first aid kit. But just in case you're used to like Benadryl, and you have an allergic reaction but you want to take Benadryl, there's allergy medicine here. You can go to the pharmacy and just get your allergy medicine that you need. They'll provide it for you, but I can't guarantee that they're gonna have like Benadryl, Advil, whatever. If you like to just stick to that brand, then you should bring like your own little first aid kit with the brand that you like. Otherwise, if you get diarrhea, allergies, motion sickness, like all that, you have more access to medicine here than in the US, because I know there's prescription things that you can get here by just going to the pharmacy and asking for it than in the US. So you're definitely covered. If you get motion sickness, you can just buy the pills here, headaches, whatever. But if you are the type of person that likes a certain brand and does not want to change your brand, then I definitely suggest that you bring your own. And the last little thing that I'll mention to bring is those Flex fabric waterproof band-aids. I haven't really seen them here. I haven't looked because I've always brought my own. But I know that one time when I didn't have band-aids, I got a pack of band-aids and it said waterproof, and they were not waterproof. They just kept coming off. So lesson learned, and now I bring my own. Plus, if you are able to get actual waterproof band-aids here, they're probably going to be overpriced. Like I said, everything hygiene, everything personal care tends to be overpriced. That's why I like to bring my own. So that is my packing list for Costa Rica. Let me know if you guys have any questions or suggestions in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I will be having more videos, more adventure videos, more tip videos. And of course, thank you for watching. Ciao!